The year is 1347. A dark and mysterious force is sweeping across the world, changing everything in its path. In just a few short years, a deadly plague would claim the lives of millions, reshape entire societies, and forever alter the course of history. This was the Black Death. But how exactly did a single disease manage to change the world in such a profound way? And why does it still haunt our collective memory, even today? But what's truly remarkable about the Black Death is not just the number of lives it took, but the way it forever changed the world. Europe, already strained by war, famine, and political instability, was left in ruins. Entire communities were wiped out. Towns were abandoned. The economy collapsed. With so many dead, labor became scarce, and the survivors found themselves in a world where their work suddenly held more value than ever before. This shift in the workforce would lead to something unprecedented in history: the rise of the peasantry. For the first time in centuries, the survivors of the Black Death had power. Wages increased. The feudal system, already fragile, began to crumble as people left manorial estates in search of better opportunities. Landowners were forced to offer better terms to keep their workers. This shift didn't only affect the economy, it affected society. The Black Death disrupted the deeply rooted social order. The church, which had always been seen as an unshakable authority, was suddenly questioned. With so many dying, many began to lose faith in religious explanations and looked for answers elsewhere. Some turned to science and medicine, though primitive at the time. Others sought solace in extreme religious movements, such as the Flagellants, who believed punishing themselves would stave off the plague. But it wasn't just religion and society that the plague affected. The very course of history was altered. The Black Death had a profound impact on art, literature, and culture. In the wake of the devastation, the world became darker, more introspective. Art took on a more somber tone, as painters depicted death and suffering in stark and unsettling ways. Writers began to explore themes of mortality, the fragility of life, and the inevitable end of all things. Perhaps most importantly, the Black Death left behind a scar in the human psyche, a collective trauma that would resonate for generations. It would take centuries for Europe to recover, and even then, the societal shifts would continue to echo in every corner of the continent. The Black Death is a haunting reminder of how fragile our world can be. A single event, born of a tiny bacterium, changed the course of history forever. And though it happened nearly 700 years ago, its legacy lives on, a testament to the power of disease and the resilience of humanity. This is A Story Through Time. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on our next journey into the past.